Obviously, the announcement was made this week. You get Crow Cop, UFC 115. Tell us how excited are you to get that fight?
Hey, man. We're going to get rid of the other one. You see that? Crow Cop, since the beginning of my career, has been in my top 5 favorite, most dangerous fighters of all time. And just the fact that I get to test myself against him, one of my idols, like, that's just all around. That's, I don't know, man. Like, I'm obviously doing something right to be given this opportunity, man. And I'm just gonna swing for the fences and see what happens. I'm gonna ask him for his autograph before the fight starts, though, in the ring.
Did you have any inclinations to ever fight him in K1 too? Like, obviously you both come from that background.
I'll be honest, man. My brother and I used to sit around saying, like, we used to sit around saying when we were watching him in K1, we used to sit around saying, I hope I never have to fight this guy ever. And that's not for the camera. We used to both sit there and say, I hope I never fight this guy ever. And now look what's happening.
Do you feel like Crow Cop's, a lot of people say he's fallen off a little bit. He's not the same Crow Cop. What do you think?
No, he's the same Crow Cop. Crow Cop is still as deadly as he ever was. Only difference is, instead of him falling off, everybody else has had no choice but to get that much better. Like, with guys like him in the sport just destroying people left and right, like coming in and just wrecking people, like all these highlight videos he's got, we've had no choice but to evolve. So he's still the same Crow Cop that he always was. It's just we've all had to get better in order to be able to compete with people like him.
Knowing that this is more than likely going to be a stand-up fight, do you feel like you're going to get the best out of Crow Cop just because, obviously, he knows you like to stand up, obviously he likes to stand up. Seems like it's going to be a very exciting fight.
Well, at one point in time, I'd like to believe that I bring a style of stand-up that no one's ever seen before, but Crow Cop has had so many stand-up wars. He's had so many kickboxing matches. He's got such a resume when it comes to fights that, I might have 1 or 2 things that will surprise him. I have an idea of a point in time in the fight when I'll be able to capitalize, and I have a small window, I think, to get him.
Now who's got the better kicks, you or Crow Cop?
I do, because I can do it with both legs. Me?
There you go. Now with this fight, obviously Crow Cop has shown, in some of his UFC fights, he's gone more of a boxing style. He doesn't throw as many kicks. Do you feel like that's because people are trying to take him down?
Yeah.
And so he's aware of that?
Yeah, it's easy to get taken down if you throw a bad kick. Or a wrestler, for the most part, can run through. Everybody can take at least 1 to the body or to the legs just to tackle you. Who in their right mind would stand up with Crow Cop? Nobody. Everybody's best chance of beating him is to take him to the ground. So he stopped kicking as much as he used to because people have picked up on that. Every time you throw 1 foot in the air, man, there's a good chance of getting tackled. Because it's really hard to land the one-hitter quitter, even though he's really good at it. So yeah, he's had to box more. MMA, I think you've got to be a better puncher than a kicker in MMA in order to be a striker in MMA.
So how is it that you've obviously adjusted that? Because you still throw pretty vicious leg kicks, and it's a different style for you that you've shown in your fights so far.
Well, I do still throw pretty vicious leg kicks, but before those vicious leg kicks, I throw some awesome punches. Like, I have to. Like, the better you punch, the easier it is to kick. So it's not so much that I just throw these awesome low kicks that land. There's a science behind setting them up and an entire strategy behind it.
How excited were you? Obviously you were going to get Gilbert Yvel. The UFC made the call. What does it say about you, and how does it make you feel that the UFC wants you to fight Crow Cop as a headlining fight on this card?
Hey, like I said, I've got to be doing something right, man, and I just keep my fingers crossed. I just keep going in the right direction because I've had 3 fights in the UFC, 3 undercard fights, and in my 4th fight, not only is on the main card, but it's against there goes Crow Cop, man. This is amazing to me, bro. Like, I called home when when I told my brother, it's like we had a moment of silence, man. Like, this is all these childhood dreams are all coming true. It's all happening right now, man. This is I was watching this guy on TV before I even started training. Watching this guy on TV, man. This dude is one of my idols. Like, really, this is amazing.
Do you think we could get another knockout fight of the night performance?
Oh, this is gonna be one of the 2. Either we're getting fight of the night, or one of us is going to get knocked out of the night. That's a fact. This fight isn't going the distance, and somebody's going to get hurt. Like, that's a fact. Like, Crow Cop is a monster, but I bring heat to it. You can't sleep on me because at any point in time, there's any right, left, punch, kick, knee, elbow, anything I throw has negative intention that can end the fight, man. He is human. That is my only like my only like safe point is that he is a human and he can be beaten. The dude is a machine, and I'm nervous enough to not get hit.
What do you have to say to your fans? Obviously, a lot of support out there for you. The fans have really come through for you since coming to UFC.
Just please keep supporting me, man. I'm going to do my best to put on a show every time. I'm going to continue being a good guy, man, and just helping the sport evolve, man. Just keep your eye out because something bad is going to happen tonight.
Thank you, Pat.